This is BP Hero Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 5. Is that what we said?
Yep.
Dude, it's been a minute. What was the date of the last podcast?
April 24th.
Oh my, are you serious? Has it really been almost 2 months?
I just had it pulled up.
Wow. That's impressive / depressing.
You keep going through that. I'll find you the date. Double check on that.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been that long. What's it say?
April 24th, published.
Wow. So, yeah, we suck as YouTubers, I guess you could say.
You suck as a YouTuber.
Well, yeah. You're an assistant, though. Well, you did want a podcast that one night, we went out and hit it instead.
Did we go hit that night?
Yeah, it's the night we did the live watermelon video.
Okay.
So, you get what you get.
I even downloaded the Facebook app for that night.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Or was that what you were replying to? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that's what you were doing. You were just walking around out there with your phone. I was like, I thought you were Facebook Living yourself.
No.
I was like,
could you imagine?
Is this dude serious?
Hey, everybody.
Man, there's a lot to catch up on. We're going to try and get through this kind of quick because we got some good stuff as far as questions and Dear Gods and a few other live Q&A stuff goes. Oh my God, he's taking a selfie. I got a chunk of deuce. No? T-Y-M-E. I like that.
Yeah.
Time. Okay, so what's new on the channel since the last podcast? Boy, let me tell you. We got 2 vlogs. Had a walk-off opportunity in one, and somehow pulled that off. Still not sure how that happened.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't there for either one of those vlogs either, because those were the 2 weeks that I was gone.
No, because you were there, because I was up there batting once, and you were talking about wrestling.
Oh, was that the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't there for the second one.
Roman Reigns and something, I don't know.
Yeah,
you weren't there for the second one.
I was not there for the second one.
That's the one where I just straight up checked in.
I went on vacations.
Yeah, that's important.
Yep.
You should still tell us about that for the podcast.
No, that's all right.
Jerk.
Yeah.
He's a jerk.
Yep.
My props don't give a whole lot away, but they are this podcast. Though, yeah, empty. Sports. We also have the 3 Worth ESTs, the XXL, the XL, and the Balanced. All those are posted on the channel. The Miken Freak HB, the softball fans exclusive. Got the initial update on it. It's going to do an update probably around the 400 or 500 swing mark. It was already feeling good in that video, so can't wait to see what it's going to feel like as we do get it updated. Speaking of updates, we have the Jeff Hall legit update, the Halsey, I believe that's what they call that this year. I got an update shot on it. Absolute gas. I did find that it had a little bit of a small sweet spot, but when you found it, dude, just look out. Let's see, lead night footage from the night that we walked off on Damon.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what an ordeal that was. I mean, I wish you could have been there for that. Stop making fun of us over there. But I had to finish that one with the camera that we're shooting this with, simply because it was behind, and the GoPro shut down on me. Thankfully, I had this running because I was running a vlog, so you were able to catch the end of the game. Also have the Miken Gamer. Oh my gosh, has that been a hot topic? I also did a Gamer versus Freak 30 comparison. Outside of just a little bit of inload, I really didn't notice I really didn't notice the difference between the Miken Gamer and the Freak 30. Besides the little bit of extra inload that the Gamer had helped drive a ball, but barrel-wise and performance-wise, tit for tat.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got there. We got the WSL game footage from Columbia. Absolutely horrible tournament for me offensively. Pitched well, so I can at least hang my hat on that, but the BP Hero takes 5,000 rounds of BP a week so he can hit well, and he still didn't hit well. So, face palm on that one. Also have the Dudley ASA and U-Trip Demolition, the balanced ones. The inload ones are coming pretty soon. Should have those coming in from David over at Senior Softball Bat Reviews. They sent him those to check out, and he's going to send them to me once he's done with his review. And speaking of those, I also sent him some senior bats. I sent him the 1-piece Maxim and the 2-piece Maxim, both inloads that were seniors from Combat. I do have the inload 2-piece and the inload and balanced 1-piece videos on the channel as well. I know that there's not a lot of senior people that follow this, but there's a few, and you may have a tournament where you can use whatever bat you want, or a league you can use whatever bat you want. So trying to cover a little bit of everything as far as U-Trip, ASA, and senior stuff. I'm not going to do a ton of senior bats, but a handful of stuff that I do get, I will do. Also had the Throwback Thursday video with the Mizuno Crush. Yes, the original Crush.
No.
No?
Techfire.
Well, I guess technically, yeah. That was the Techfire before you had the Crush and the Fury and the
Craze.
No, that was after that. You had the Crush and the
Frenzy?
Fury. Crush and the Fury. Somebody help me out. Then the Pure Integrity. What's that say? Oh.
You wanted to discuss that.
I did want to discuss that.
I didn't put a back parenthesis on that.
That's what threw me off.
Yeah.
I did want to discuss the Pure Integrity. That's this new one-piece bat that's came out. The company that's running those are out on the East Coast. They do sponsor a conference team, and the cool thing about those bats is they literally have a rolled composite end cap. So there's no getting into them. If you get into them, it's blatantly obvious. You're not going to be able to use it in a game. So that is cool that basically you're trying to thwart cheating a little bit, trying to get away from it. The bat itself, extremely hot. The paint issues it had, meh. I wasn't impressed with that. That's probably the most middle of the road bat that I've ever been a part of. Because I was blowing balls out of a baseball field with it, so it's obviously good. But the fact that it paint chipped after 20 swings and got another paint chip in just 20 or 30 more, But I will say the thing that I did like, the owner reached out not only to me but to the person that owned the bat and said, "Hey, this is an issue we've been having. We're working on fixing it, along with a couple of other complaints that I had in the video." He sent me a message, said, "Hey, we're working to fix all these things. I appreciate the review." Seemed like a really nice guy, so I was appreciating that. Honestly, I was kind of hesitant to do that video and be as honest as I was, but BP Hero keeps it 100%. So I was ready to expect some backlash, and he was more than open with, "Hey, I appreciate the honest review. Here's what I'm going to do to fix these issues." So the fact that he reached out to me and didn't just fly off the handle at me, I spoke volumes as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
Let's see what else we got on there. We got the Purple Haze from Seth in the Combat Seniors. Mm-hmm. Also did the Worth Watermelon, whatever you want to call that thing, the legit, whatever people calling it these days. I did get a live video of it. The full review on YouTube will be coming soon. If you can't wait that long, be sure and check out the live video over on Facebook to get caught up with that. And also did the Easton Vet. I posted it on Friday. I posted it on Friday. Should have had that done by now. This is Monday. But, it is what it is. You get what you get. As far as what's coming on the channel, we have the Boomba, the Military Edition U-Trip, and the Breast Cancer Awareness ASA models. Gonna have those coming here pretty quick. As well as, like I said, the Worth Watermelon that'll be posted here probably right after that. The U-Trip and Inload Super Z for this year. Those are sitting out in the garage waiting to get some reviews done on those. The Dinger Slinger is sitting there with those as well. Really interested to see what that bat's going to be like. It's called the Dinger Slinger.
It's got to be home runs.
You would think, yeah.
Yeah.
What if I foul out in my very first swing? Defective bat.
Hope you kept the receipt, dog.
Send it back for a warranty.
I'm sending that one back.
Also got the Mizuno Mambas. Softball fans is getting ready to run a sale on those. They just ran one. They're going to run another as soon as they get that video knocked out. Those are basically balanced one-piece U-Trip and dual stamp models. And they sent me those to get a little bit of video on those. That's one bat that has had literally no video at all. You can't find anybody talking about them other than Chutter, which the dude rakes with a broomstick.
Right.
Chutter talked about the U-Trip model, but you hear nothing about the dual stamp, and other than him, you haven't seen anything. I was honestly hesitant to review those, but I was surprised. So stay tuned for that video for sure. Me and Tony Wales went out and did some work. Then the let's see. Sorry, getting sidetracked here. We got the balanced Senior Dudley, short barrel, brain fart coming. Got that sitting out there in the box of stuff to knock out, and then get it sent back. As well as a tournament fail. I want to cover what was done in that WSL tournament. I don't know if it was the flat pitching or if it was a combo of things, but I was absolute garbage on that day. I did a little video basically covering each one of the at-bats that I did have. Of course, the game that I went 4 for 4, I didn't get on camera because that's how that kind of stuff works. But nonetheless, I want to at least cover what I did wrong, looking back on the things that I should have did, and a lot of it just comes down to simple mistakes. I got out of my element very fast, and I just shut down. You can just get up there and just blindly start swinging or not paying attention to what you're doing. It's very easy to do that, especially once you start struggling a little bit.
Sure.
You go into panic mode. The first thing you do is just go up there and swing the first pitch is close because you're in defense mode at that point. So that was definitely me on that day. I'll be covering that probably Monday or Tuesday. I think that's pretty much it for what's on the channel and what's coming.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 things that are already on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things for what's coming.
It's so bad.
Total of 26 items that you just heard him go through. So thanks for sticking around so far.
Right? I mean, the podcasting has been a struggle here lately. I'm not going to lie. Between what you've had going on and what I've had going on,
Good grief.
It's just been impossible to get together.
Hey, we're here now, though, buddy.
We are.
Man,
We're here to get it done for the YouTubes. YouTube needs us.
we got to give the people
What the wow?
what they want.
So, I think you had a few things you wanted to discuss.
Yeah, so,
While you discuss that stuff, I'm going to work on my pregame snack here.
yeah, so I had an umpire in the field at a tournament that I played in last weekend.
Where was he standing?
Next to the pitcher. So you had like your...
That here's the pitcher, here's the umpire, or was he like behind him, or?
Yeah, pretty close. So
wow.
So there was the umpire behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Then you had, I wish I had a way to set the
draw
sports.
What you need is John Madden right now.
So he took over here, Brett Favre, and went over here turducken. So
and then boom.
So you had the pitcher, and then maybe 2 feet behind him, and just right off of his hip is where this umpire was in the field.
Are you serious?
And so
he's in his back pocket.
pretty close. And so then I'm just trying to make contact with the ball,
Right.
and avoid the pitcher because I don't want to say he was old, but he was older, and I don't want to go and
When's that stopped you before?
So I was trying to avoid hitting him, and I one-hopped the ball straight off this umpire's shin, and it did a hard 90-degree turn off of his shin and into the first base fence. It was bad. And so then I'm like, oh God, his leg may be done. He may be losing it. And he's screaming, it's still a live ball. And it's buddy, I'm just gonna touch first and
right.
walk away from that.
What happened? I mean, did they who ran after it?
Somebody in the field. I think the first baseman went and got it. But it was one of them days. He was expecting people to continue to run. It's no, man. I'm good stepping at first base.
Right.
I don't need to take extra bags on that.
Bro, I just killed you.
Right. And he still umpired the rest of the day too.
What a trooper.
Yeah, I know.
You could see the spot on his leg.
Oh yeah. It was a minute later, and it was already turning purple. I lit him up.
The worst thing you can do in that situation
is rub it. Yeah.
Or look at it. Just even look at it.
Oh yeah.
Because then it puts your mind on it.
Oh God.
Dude, if Darren Lang is watching this, I know he was there. I'm not sure who else. I was pitching for.
I remember that one.
Gosh dang it! What were they? Before they were the Chaos Kings the year before, were they still Armed and Hammered?
It would have had to have been because
Doug was still playing, I think.
Yeah,
Doug
so
came and got me.
they would have been Armed and Hammered then.
I was pitching against a bunch of C and B players on like 2 hours of sleep. I mean, I had no business being out there. Pitching U-Trip. I'm out there and just pitching my little heart out. I throw this ball. I remember it like it was yesterday. I throw it flat and outside. And this dude just freaking smashes it. I mean, I tried getting out of the way. I was just too late. I mean, my feet were in concrete. A, because he hit it hard. B, because it was tired. And C, because I had no reaction time. And it hit me like right below my kneecap. And like, I felt it. The ball hadn't even like got done being played from that at bat. And I already felt like my leg just go. But I refused to look at it.
Right.
Melissa was there, Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
Now Tallender, congratulations.
Hey, Mrs. Martell.
Hey, she was there. I know Lindsay was there. Lindsay Lang.
Yep.
She was there too. I mean, it was bad, and it felt bad. It felt horrible, like bad enough that like you felt it like move every time you put your foot down.
Starting to pulse.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because it's so like swollen and stuff, you could feel it like shake every time you took a step. But I refused to look at it. And that's the worst thing you can do is look at something like that, because that's all your mind's going to be on. I went out there and pitched the rest of the game like a retard, of course. But
hard R.
But dude, that's the worst thing you can do in that situation is look at it, rub it, or even show that it hurts, because then that's all you're going to think about. Just forget it. But nonetheless, moving on. We're basically just going to jump from things to discuss straight into Dear God. Dear God. Oh, that's yours.
Nope, that first one's yours.
Right, but you read it and ask me.
Oh, okay.
Seth asks this question.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, cruising in the left lane.
If you're on a 4-lane, at least a 4-lane interstate, no matter how many lanes you're on, if you're on an interstate, or at least, you know, a dual lane highway,
Okay.
and you're cruising in the left lane at like 65, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
But what if I'm looking at the scenery because it's pretty?
Get your ass to the outer road, taking all the scenery you want.
No, but the left lane's got the better. You didn't know that? The left lane's got the better view.
Well, then you know what you do? You drive up that road and you come back and you drive in the right lane on the other road and you take it all the scenery.
Not as good. Left lane on both sides, the best view.
I'm gonna run you off the road, bro. I drive a truck that's made in America. And I'll run anything off the road.
I don't. So
Well,
so please don't run.
that's what I'm telling you. I mean, I'll get Rusty Tidwell out there.
Don't shake your hand.
You're a patriot.
You're protecting lives.
You defend our country.
Crocodile holding M16.
Link in the comment section down below. Tavin Dillard, pure gold.
He's really good.
We had no grapes, no cause. We got him on anyway. Okay. Dear God. Slow pitch softball. Pitching. Mat ball height limits.
Dear God, why is it that as soon as the mat gets behind the plate, people forget like what height and things look like? So
I like where this is going.
So hey, my church league spinner is gonna cap out at 16 feet, and I'm gonna get it to drop right in the center of that mat, and nobody's ever gonna say a word about that being an illegal pitch.
See,
or
here's what
I'm gonna hum this thing in from my hip.
Flat, you're saying?
And it's never going to have more than a 3-inch hump on it, and it's going to drop in right behind the point of the plate and kick off that mat and roll all the way to the backstop, and the umpire ring him up.
See, here's what a lot of people don't realize that we do kind of for this channel, I guess, is like these rants and things that he has, we have not discussed. This stuff, you know, may come up in a conversation, and I'll just say stop.
Podcast. That's all. I get a one-word response. Podcast, and I'm like, okay, well, I really wanted to really wanted to level with you here, but
We do it now.
yeah, we do it now.
I mean, how bad does that drive you nuts?
It aggravates me, but I have to like remember. Look, I'm playing in a town that's got a population of like 200 people.
Was the plate a strike?
No. So that's another thing. I'm interested to know if other people deal with this. In local tournaments that you guys play in, is the plate a strike?
Oh my gosh, man.
We've played in tournaments where the plate's a strike, and we've played in league where the plate's a strike. And I get it.
Mat ball?
Mat ball and the plate's a strike.
That's what I'm saying, like, is the mat ball when the plate is a strike?
I'm trying to think now.
Or is there, like, no mat and the plate's still a strike? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen it both ways. They did it in Bevere last year.
That's brutal.
And the plate was a strike, and then there's no mat behind it. But then, like, Macon, their league, it's got a mat, and then it's also the plate's a strike.
That's terrible.
Wasn't it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is terrible. I mean...
Oh, real quick, I just want to... Why is it that when leagues buy softballs, they never buy good softballs?
Somebody had an NX3 out there that one night, and it was just as bad as the Champ Pros.
I don't... Like, look, if you're going to spend money to buy softballs for your league, cool, more power to you. But don't just go to Walmart and buy, like, you know, the socks that were rolled up and colored yellow. Like, don't...
Here's your sign.
Oh, my gosh. So, anyways... Back to please answer that question. If anybody else deals with the plate as a strike, it's terrible. I hate it all the way around.
Dear God. Co-ed All-Stars versus the same player in men's that can't do crap.
Why is it that guys can show up to a co-ed tournament and just rake? Like, bat 900 on the day, whatever, like... Make amazing plays in the field, snap people off, throw it behind their back, whatever.
Please tell me you haven't seen somebody throw it behind their back.
Not yet. Go to a men's tournament, and they can barely bat over the Mendoza line. For those of you who don't know the Mendoza line's batting average thing baseball players have, it's really low. So why is it that they can't bat over that, and then like wherever you put them in the field, it's like you just went to the old folks' home and said, Grandma, go stand out there in the outfield and get to trucking it with that walker.
Granny, please, we're going to have to forfeit the game.
Granny, I'm going to need you to play right field. Nobody ever hits it there. Like, it's... I don't want to say that I necessarily saw it yesterday, but yeah, because yesterday had a lot of good teams. But just, we've been places where you've seen like a guy's player show up and you're like, man, he got picked up to play? Like for co-ed,
right.
Does great, hits the cover off the ball, whatever. Then he steps into a men's tournament and it's like, who brought, you know, Jeff Smith out here or whatever?
Hi.
Jeff Smith, everybody.
Oh. At least my name blends in with the rest. It's not the doozy like it usually is.
All right, so, dear God, why is it that Smash It Sports has so many exclusives?
Man, I had to put on my quesarito for this one. That's how serious this is.
Man, I'll be dang, he did.
Just sit right there on my telephone. Business is business. I'm going a little bit of a rant here.
Hang on, I really want to like put that as a Facebook status. Business is business. It's a great.
I gotta send that.
Hey, are you silly? Are you silly? Business is business.
But business is business. I get need to make money.
Hold on. I'm out of a drink.
Go get him, bring him over here. We'll open them when I get done with this. Business is business. You're still gonna make money. By no means am I saying that you don't. But dude, when you release 4 or 5 exclusive bats every month, and every one of them is deemed the hottest since the last one, they're wrapped up, dude. Yeah, see them on the second shelf there? Sorry. But since every bat is deemed the hottest since the last one...
I thought it was a roll of sausage.
I mean, where do you draw the line? Because, for example, I mean, obviously we're talking about Smash It Sports here. I mean, I've had no issues with those guys. As far as who gets what, I don't know. We'll deal with that in a minute.
Right. I'm letting you continue.
But I've had no issues with the Smash It Sports crew. You know, any of their bats that they do. Hey, while you're up, will you hit the start-stop button? Stand by. I'll be back in like just a minute. Okay. We're good. But like, why do you feel the need to release 4 or 5 exclusive bats a month, and you get somebody hyping them, saying that they're the hottest bat ever, But that's only since the last bat that came out.
Well, hold on. Aren't those just repaints anyways, Jesse?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I have been dying to tell you that.
I'm sure you have. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're not good bats or anything else, but like, if you're gonna make an exclusive, at least make it different than the rest of the crap that's out there. Kudos to softball fans for at least making, a balanced short barrel before anybody else did, for that matter. Not saying that before anybody else did, but they were projected to come out anyway. Softball fans came out with theirs first, and it's outside of the box with the Freak PT12 because it has the S2E5 finish on it.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's different. For the love of God, put an extra half ounce of inload in it. Put some kind of finish on it. Do something other than make a bat that's already been made, slap some cool paint on it, say it's some new composite, and then just rake people's eyes out on the prices.
Wait, are you saying that $299.99 isn't a fair price for a softball bat?
When they're selling for $350 used, you got to draw the line.
What?
I know.
What's selling for $350?
Which one? I mean,
man, I need that job.
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, if anybody's looking for a bat rep, I'll totally gouge some prices for that.
I know a guy that has a YouTube channel, bro.
He totally has a market for this.
It just drives me nuts. Most of it is worth and mic and stuff, which is going to be good.
Sure.
Pretty much no matter what.
Sure.
But holy crap, man. Where do you draw the line?
I don't know what else to say to that though, because it's like, if you've already got a bat, and I'm just using this as an example, if you've already got a bat like a Freak 30, and it has whatever specs it has, whatever composite it is, whatever finish it is, and then you literally wait 3 months and make the exact same bat, but then you just decided to call it the African Slammer, or
The potato slicer. I mean,
the Germany Gunslinger.
Wait. I just realized, like, that just set in here for a second.
Yeah.
The African Slammer.
Honestly, I was
That's
reaching
something
for a name, and I don't know why African came to mind. Like,
Bro, I know what you've been watching. I know you ain't been on YouTube. I can tell you that.
oh my god, I don't know why African came to mind.
Moving on.
Fast forward, please.
Enough of this exclusive talk. Bottom line, don't overpay for exclusives, people. They can't be any higher than anything else out there because they pass the same test that the regular stock bats did.
I want to add to this really quick. So you mentioned the price for these. Why is it that people feel like they need to pay like so much money for a bat?
Because it's just like I told Brian, though. I mean, having the latest and the greatest and hitting the latest and the greatest, that's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's great.
By no means am I knocking that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to paying, $50, $75 more than what you get a regular stock model at, you're just silly. Are you silly?
Silly?
Obviously, you're still going to send PayPal. Another one. Oh my God.
Oh, I feel like DJ Khaled should have been there. Another one. Another one.
I've got a story for you.
My britches are rolled
Dude,
up.
it's getting ready to get deep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names. If this person by chance watches this channel, I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care. But
hang on here, let me get buttoned in.
This is precisely why I don't deal with Facebook groups when it comes to buying and selling bats.
Oh boy, you got me signed up.
Right, because people live and die off these Facebook groups, right?
Yeah.
So I post on Facebook looking for, I believe it was 25, 26 ounce inload, short barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, I got all kinds of crap. Oh, I got an inload 27 ounce EST, which is a big barrel. I mean, it was like, I said, comment.
I got a 30-ounce food dog.
I said, comment with pictures and prices. Like, leave it below so I can see it, so you're not just bombarding my inbox with retarded crap.
Again with the hard R.
Sorry. So you're not just bombing my inbox with silly stuff.
Not silly.
Silly? They still send it.
They still send it anyways.
But, I mean, like, is reading really that hard?
Yes. For most people.
Asking for a 25, 26 ounce short barrel. and you get everything but that.
Hey man, I got an old 29-ounce Anderson.
So I end up finding a bat. This guy says, "Oh, I've got this Freak 30." I said, "Okay." I said, "How much?" And he tells me the price. And I said, "You got any more pictures?" And just like, bang, like that, he's got more pictures. He says, "Oh, it's only got 200 swings on it." I was like, "All right, cool." Thinking, I'm getting a bat. Basically, the pictures indicated this bat to be basically mint. I get it in the mail. First off, I ask him how much. He says $230 shipped. I'm sorry, $130. $130 shipped. I said, "All right, cool." So I sent $130 to this guy via PayPal. He loses his mind. "Hey, bro, you shorted me $4 because you didn't send gifted friends and family."
Hold on. Was he friends or was he part of your family?
Incorrect.
Oh, so he's just a regular Joe that you don't know.
Bro, I mean, he's obviously my friend or my family.
But you just told me that he wasn't your friends or your family.
Well, he thinks he is.
Right, so does that excuse him for in case he burns you and you need PayPal to protect you?
So he says, "Oh, bro, you did send friends or family. You shorted me $4. Like, A, you didn't say a word about it because I just added the 3%. And B, don't tell me your price and then change it." So you know what I did? I just said, "F you, guy." I sent him $20, gifted, didn't say a word about it. And I said, I didn't even say keep the change. He didn't say a word that I sent him the extra money. He pocketed the extra money. Do I care? No. Shut up about you crying over your $4 I sent you 20. Quit your crying. I don't want to hear another word.
Okay, so the bat comes in the mail.
I just want the bat that I paid for. So I get the bat in the mail, and it sounds like a freaking rain stick.
So 200 swings with pool balls?
Freaking bowling balls. Sounds like a rain stick. Covered in webbing, covered in field wear. I mean, top to bottom, beat up, whatever. This thing's got. If this thing has 200 swings on it, they played on rock fields, and then looked like somebody tried prying the end cap off of it, or it just got absolutely smashed, and it's like herp.
What?
Yeah. Honestly, it does look more like somebody dropped it. It does look more like somebody has dropped it.
Hold on. I just want to say this now.
Go get the bat out of the garage. You'll see it in the box. It's a 26-ounce mic, and you'll see it.
I want to get this off my chest really quick, though. Like, I can say with 100% certainty, I've never swung anything that's been like an altered bat, like where somebody shaved it or done whatever with it. And I can say with certainty that you haven't either.
No.
So, for somebody to like even consider like trying to do something to a bat and then send it to you or to send it to me, like, that's kind of borderline offensive.
It is. Go get the bat, and we'll discuss it when you get back. But I'm going to continue my story here. I mean, you don't say a word about the end cap that's just jacked. I mean, does it look like somebody pried it off at the end of the day? No, it doesn't. It just honestly looks like it got dropped and damaged. It's in that box. 26-ounce micin. You'll see it. It looked like it got dropped on something. But, dude, it's bad enough, like, I feel like you should say something about this. It's got more than 200 swings on it. I'm not going to demonstrate this rattle video as Gabe's walking it over here. He could realize how bad that's rattling. 200 swings. Didn't mention that it had a rattle. Just like my rant here being, be thorough, be descriptive. For the love of God. Right. Give it here.
Oh, somebody
So, like,
totally like melted that end cap.
Melted it, or like, I don't know how. Can you see that?
Hang on. Do it like this.
Yeah, get up there. I mean, what happened?
Can you see it on the screen all right?
I don't know. Get over there and see. I can't see.
Well, I can't.
But like, what happened? Turn it towards the end maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro, like, what happened? You couldn't think to mention that maybe? Not that I care. To me, it's still obvious that the bat is stock. Because you can just tell by the gap around the rest of it that it hasn't been taken off. Or whoever took it off did a really good job. But it's got a rattle from hell.
Right there is the spot, in case anybody can't see it.
How could you not think to mention? Right.
I wish the microphone could pick that up like that.
Like, it's bad enough that like you can just take it and shake it like this and it never goes away. I mean, dude, it's got to be hotter than the gates of hell.
Well, it's got pine tar on it. It's got to be.
Right, it's got pine tar on it. But, like, come on, man. If I cared even a little bit and you didn't cry over your $4 freaking, I'd make you take this bat back and I'd make you give me my money back.
Oh, yeah.
But it's for my wife, so I don't care.
Dude,
It's not altered, and I feel confident in saying that. But, dude, know what you're selling. Holy crap, man. That's ridiculous.
That's golden.
You get people in these Facebook groups selling crap like that, and that is exactly why I don't deal with them. And it just stresses me out to even have to try and sell bats. I sold some bats for him because he's even less active on social media than I am. And it was all I could do to not just like run into oncoming traffic dealing with some of the people that you deal with trying to sell bats. It's just like, holy crap. Are you serious? Like, what's the price? Or you'd be like $70 firm. Will you take 50? Well, if I said firm, then I'm probably not going to take less. Or you want to argue with me on a receipt? Well, that's a 10-year-old bat. No, it's not. The Sonic Plus is a 2015. Oh. Yeah, oh.
Never mind the fact that the receipt's dated from, beginning of the year, but...
People just amaze me when it comes to Facebook groups. That's basically my rant. You got people that, like... I swear they just, like, fire up the camera on their phone and take a picture of the bat sitting over there in the corner, and it just says, bat, PM for a price. Bro, just put the price so you don't have to answer every freaking message on how much the bat costs. This isn't Dear God. This is like, this is getting deep. It just drives me nuts. Why do people do that? A list of price. How many swings does it have? Does it have a rattle? How much wear does it have? Is everything okay with the bat?
It's not hard to be detailed and take pictures. People just get lazy. That's all
Right.
it is. Just lazy.
And it drives me freaking nuts. If I'd known that it had a rattle from hell like that, and what was going on with the end cap and everything else, I wouldn't have gave what I gave for it. But, homeboy throws a fit over $4 freaking, so I send him 20 more, and I don't even care about that part. Come on, man. Live Q&A, please. Right after we do the drink of the podcast.
Who sent these?
A subscriber.
Thank you, subscriber.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of a rant here. Sorry, I'm clicking away on my computer here looking at something. We have no idea what's in these. All we know is they are non-alcoholic.
Thanks for respecting that.
Yeah.
Dave appreciates that.
What's funny, David Higgins from Texas sent these.
From one Dave to another, man.
He did. He sent these and he said it'll be non-alcoholic. He threw them in with the bat. The Balanced Dudley Short Barrel Senior. He threw these in with that as drinks for the podcast. What do you got?
It's razzleberry tea.
Razzleberry peace tea. Yes.
No, peace tea. Peace.
So it said peace tea.
I thought you said peach tea.
No.
I was like, dog, if it's peach, I'm out.
I don't know what. Dude.
Did you get green tea?
No. I got coconut water.
All right, I got a guy that I work with, and I don't know if he watches this or not. So this is going to be great conversation
Dude,
if he
this was
does.
legit.
Right. So he can get this at Hy-Vee, and it comes in I think it may even be the same can. He's got one of them beer drinking things. I guess it's called like a snake bite or something, and you pop the back of it, like how Miller Lite's got the thing where you can pop
the vent,
it. Yeah, the vent. So that's the same concept, but you pop it. And it's supposed to help with the breathability or whatever. But he pops every one of these. But he gets one for lunch every day when he goes to Hy-Vee. But it's just coconut water. That's all it is.
Huh.
Just coconut water.
Let's check the macros, bro. Oh, can you see that? Probably not. That's awesome.
All right.
Oh, with pulp. So hang on, do I shake this before I drink it?
I wouldn't. Probably got some kind of...
It doesn't say anything about being carbonated.
Would you hear that? I mean, that
Oh,
thing...
sorry. Chill, shake, and enjoy. Man, if this thing explodes all over me, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Shake well, refrigerate after opening. I didn't shake this at all. I'm just kind of sloshing it. Just kind of twist it.
Put your thumb over it. Razzleberry peace tea. What do you think?
I don't like tea.
Oh, God
I don't like tea at all. Like just the flavor of tea. The raspberry helps. It's basically just raspberry. That helps compensate for it.
I'm really excited.
I'm sorry, but
you pass it over here.
Yeah, man.
I'm legitimately excited to try this.
Let me get the first swig of that then. To see if
Go ahead.
See if this tastes any better.
I don't have herpesiphylitis or anything, but
Oh, that smells terrible.
no, it doesn't. I haven't smelled it yet, for the record. Dave's allergic to anything that might represent health. Dude, really? I can't even smell that. YOLO. Ooh. Oh.
It's so bad.
That's interesting.
I got a big old chunk of pulp in my mouth too when I started to drink that.
That's interesting. I'm not against it.
I really wish I had more of my spiked lemonade.
I'm not against it, but I'm not for it.
Hey, if anybody's ever had the spiked lemonade from Taco Bell, drop that in the comments.
So you're saying that should be the drink of the podcast besides this?
Man.
I'm not against it, but I'm not for it.
All right, I got one thing I want to go over before you go to
Hang
Q&A.
on. I haven't tried the raspberry yet.
If you like tea, then you'll like that.
That is good.
I just don't like tea.
You're lost. I'll drink it.
Yeah, that's fine. So I went and played co-ed softball yesterday, and I saw that I got flamed for that because I didn't go and play men's. Sorry that this co-ed thing had been booked for like...
Who flamed you?
Andrew
Oh,
Barnes did. Because I went... So basically, this co-ed tournament's been scheduled for like 2 months.
There's somebody playing in the tournament that helps run the team that he and I play men's for.
Oh, yeah.
And he proclaims that Resmondo's middle infielder, who is local to us, is coming to play this tournament. As well as a few other high-level players, they're all coming to show up. He was blowing smoke. But he blew it enough, and then me and a couple others decided to kind of take it and run with it until Gabe and our buddy Brian that this was legitimately, I've been drinking, legitimately happening. And Gabe was kind of like, he was concerned. Because Jay has enough clout that he could get this done if he wanted to.
For those of you that don't know, there's this thing called a Rolodex, and you keep people's information in it. For you millennials that may not know what something like this is.
Do you mean the contacts on my phone?
Right.
On my iPhone?
You're talking about my contacts app? or the cloud where I keep everything at? So
Jay sent everybody a Facebook message.
I just use Facebook Messenger. I don't even text. So his Rolodex is so deep because he's been... how old's Jay? 35, 36?
He's close to 40.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so however old he is, he's, let's say greater than 35. He's been playing softball for every bit of 15 years at least. He knows people. He's lived close to Kansas City. He plays enough softball. He knows a lot of people.
And at a pretty decent level. He went and played B Worlds and finished second at B Worlds one year?
Jay knows people, and Jay's a nice enough guy. He's a talkative guy. He can make connections like that.
Dude talks to his own shadow.
Love you, Jay. So for
he
him,
knows. He knows.
For him to say, "Hey, I can snag such and such," it sounds like a bit of a reach for a regular Joe. But for you, I don't know if it's legit or not. The names that he was throwing into this were yeah, I could see him swinging this. I could legitimately see him snagging these people.
What me and Jay and one other guy that's on the team did is we caught wind of this and we took it and ran with it. So I started saying, "Oh, so and so showing up. He's asking for directions to the field. Do you have the address? How can we get this guy to this field?" I'm full blown trying to sell it. Gabe was borderline. I wouldn't necessarily say concerned because the co-ed team that they have is good. But he was kind of wondering because if you get all those guys there, you've definitely got to at least consider them as a contender.
It's 6-4 co-ed, so it's still at a point where I'd say guys can still make a pretty significant difference.
Right.
So then the guy that kind of helps run our men's team, "Oh, hey, I just talked to Corey and they've got such and such for this day. You're going to have a little bit of competition." It's well, somebody swears that they've got such and such. He's he told me that too, but I don't know for certain. So then throw Dum Dum here into the mix. Where's he at?
Am I Dum Dum?
let's see here. There's the
Oh,
keyboard.
there's a picture of my keyboard.
There's the keyboard you bought. It was
bought a
after. It was
keyboard.
after that.
I bought a Bluetooth keyboard for my phone because I spend at least an hour every morning going through Facebook messages, emails, messages on softball fans, YouTube. It's just like instead of pecking away here because it's easier to navigate all this stuff from my phone.
I really wish there was a way that you could just like push everything to your laptop so that you could do it all from that.
Well, the problem is that some of the notifications that I get on my phone don't show up on the computer.
Sure.
Through the browser. So
Right.
I do it with this just to make sure that I get to everyone and answer every question.
Right.
So instead of sitting here pecking away like this, I paid $12, bought a Bluetooth keyboard. Okay, go. Where were we at? One of these days, we're going to have a podcast that's not ghetto AF. But until then,
AF.
this is what you get.
I used to play this game where like I would say AF at all of the wrong times. It was a lot of fun for a while. So anyway, so that one actually may work. Like so, it's got to be in time when it doesn't work. So anyways, so the one guy sends a text to me and Brian. Well then like he sends me that text, and so privately I sent Brian a message. This is the first time Brian's hearing about this. I sent Jesse a message.
AF.
And I was like, hey, tomorrow just got real. Like I think this is going to turn into like a legitimate like tournament. And he's like, I'm serious. I heard such and such is coming. And I'm like, I'm sitting at my desk laughing hysterically because like this podunk tournament's bringing out like freaking monsters.
I had him so convinced.
You had me more convinced when you name dropped the other person that he could have brought.
Right. See that's
like he had me concerned there.
My troll level was like 3,000.
And so like I was just looking at this and I'm like, man, this such and such player plays at this level, another one at this level, another one at this level.
And I was like, I typed it and I was like, I'm still gonna send it.
So then like I'm trying to like play it cool with Brian. I'm like, dog, we just got to hit, regardless of who they bring. We just got to hit. But meanwhile to Jesse, I'm like, what am I getting myself into?
Brian was like, so is he for real coming? I was like, yeah, he's for real coming. Like, I talked to so and so, and they said he was coming. So he's gonna be there. Like, yeah. He's like, ooh, where do you think he's gonna play? Because this guy can play several different positions. He's a very, very talented player. And he plays for Resmondo. I mean, he's obviously good.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, where do you think he's gonna play? I mean, what are they gonna do when they run a home runs? He's got to keep it in the park. It's like you could tell he was like starting to
sweat a little bit. Yeah. And so then, so then we show up over there. Ends up being complete smoke.
I wish I could have seen the looks on your faces when that happened.
Like there was still an outside. Like I don't want to go over it anymore because like it ended up not happening.
Yes.
But then here's the thing. So we ended up playing 8 games. We lost our first one, fought all the way through the losers bracket, and then double dipped to win it. But I just want to like draw attention to a couple.
I can't believe you didn't like this. It's really good.
I just don't like tea. I don't like the taste of tea. So I just want to draw attention to a couple of the games here.
Real quick, I think I might have mentioned it in so I'm really sorry. I might have mentioned it in another podcast, but if I didn't, I'm going to mention it now. Drink a highly caffeinated drink before you go to bed and report back what happens in the comment section below.
I had 2 Mountain Dews today. Like, I'm terrified for what's going to happen tonight. And that was like hours ago.
Yes.
So,
Anyway.
So we played 8 games. 1, 2, 3. I'd really go with 4 out of the 8. So our first game we lost 29-27. Game 3 we won 27-25. Game 5 we won 26-22. And then in the championship, like the first game, we strung together a rally at one point where we had 15 straight hits.
Nice.
But these games were just outrageous. Like you're playing through them and you're like, we're already at 20 runs and like we're not like dominating. Like in co-ed softball, if you're scoring 20 runs, like
You've had a pretty decent game.
right. But like these teams were just like hanging with us. Like for some reason, like this tournament really brought out like some good quality teams, which I really like that. Is your battery dead?
Yeah.
Oh man. So anyways, kudos to that. Tony did a good job running it. Had a lot of fun. So that's all I really want to say about that.
Well, let's see. So now that you're done with that, we're going to move into a little bit of Q&A. And I had one question here. Jordan Lewis asks, in the next podcast, can you address your thoughts on tournament players playing in church leagues just to get swings. He was more specifically referring to high-level tournament players.
Okay.
Whether it be, some high-level C players or some B players, maybe with some conference players, coming out and playing church league just to get swings. Go.
I don't have a problem with it.
I agree. As long as you're not...
So, because my caveat to that would be like, well, what if they're really like a member of that church and they're just like playing for giggles with, the congregation or whatever?
You're right. They're human too. They want to play.
Right. It doesn't always have to be super competitive. You can go out and goof off with your friends, or
right. I mean,
not every game is Game 7.
Correct. Now, if they're playing like that,
sure, way different.
If it's cutthroat and you're hitting seeds at people or blasting metal, and you're playing at an extremely high level, I'll never be there to know what that's like. But I feel like that I wouldn't do something like that.
Sure.
So, as long as you're not doing things like that, I don't have a problem with it. Those guys are human. They've got to play somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
No qualms.
I don't know what level he is, but Wheeler Huff.
Yeah.
I remember one of his videos. He was playing like co-ed, like with a bunch of people. It's like, guys just getting swings in.
Right.
Quit pounding me. Something must have just happened.
No, you're talking about I know what video you're talking about.
Like people were. It's the video where people were like infielders were playing him like
the shortstop was playing
like 225. Yeah, like way out there. Like all you gotta do is just like flick it through there. Anyway, I don't have such a problem with it.
No, I don't either. I mean, those guys got to get swings in. Come out and have some fun. Spread a little bit of knowledge. Don't be an asshat.
Oh, sure. It'd be one thing if they were showing up to be like complete jerks, but if you're out there and you're like talking to people and like very like approachable,
right. So, I'll say that at least.
Okay.
Let's see. We're gonna dive right into the Q&A here. I'm on my phone, so please forgive me. Seth Cohen asks, you can swing one ASA U-trip or dual stamp bat for the rest of your softball career. What would it be? New stamps preferably, but you guys can bring up old stamps if you want to.
Do I get an unlimited quantity of said bat?
Sure. I mean,
I because if that's the case, like I'll pick some like old Easton, that's going to last me for 20,000 swings. But like if
right.
if I'm going to get unlimited of this bat,
it says one bat, so we'll go with like no matter unlimited quantity, or it could just be one specific bat, whatever you want to do.
Orange Derby boys, all day.
Orange Derby boys.
Yep.
Man, I don't even have one in my possession besides the derped up one that I got from my wife. I would probably honestly go with this 2016 Freak 30. And holy smokes, the comment section is going to blow up because I haven't picked the hottest 2017 bat alive.
Sure.
But to me, that bat is still, I have not swung anything else that has like made me feel that is all that is right with a softball bat, like the Freak 30 has.
And remember, this is just like personal preference. Like I have like, I don't want to say like memories, but like where I've had like a good game and I was swinging on Derby Boys. It's like, yeah, that's going to stick out in my mind.
Right. Sorry. Okay. Podcast question for Gabe Randolph. This must be a wrestling thing.
I already answered Seth. I figured you weren't gonna cover it.
We got some wrestling guys here, like a little bit of wrestling talk. So let's get into it.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
That's great.
If Daniel Bryan,
Yep.
Taz,
Yep.
and Shawn Michaels decided to lace up the boots one more time for a WrestleMania match, who would you pick from the current roster that would make those matches instant classics and be remembered for a long time?
Daniel Bryan would go against Sami Zayn. Taz would go against Roman Reigns, unfortunately, and then Shawn Michaels would go against AJ Styles. Like that one, I feel like almost has the most realistic chance out of any of these happening.
I can count a potato.
Yep.
Matt Stanberry. Hang on. I do hashtag Fireball Engine Beam, but obviously Gabe is driving. Okay, we're going to deal with that one later. Todd Page asks a very pressing question. Who decided that a round pizza should be put in a square box? And I'm not going to lie. I was kind of like, with this one. Like, who was it that asked if a hot dog is a sandwich? We'd already...
Was Seth? Did Seth ask that one too?
I think it might have been Steve Fortune. No, it was Dan Brugman. Dan Brugman, is a hot dog a sandwich? And we argued about that for at least 10 minutes.
It's not.
We're not going to have this argument. Answer the question.
So then here's my question, like with the circle, like how do you just have to take the lid like straight off of it? Like how do you like hinge it? Because like with a square box, like you can like lift the lid straight up. Like how are you going to do that with a circle?
True. Because even if you put like a little like flat spot in the circle, it's not a circle anymore.
Right. So then you seriously have to like take the lid like straight off.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so I'm not opposed to that. I mean, what if you could just, for the love of God, pop it off? Well, I don't want to make a bunch of noise. I was afraid I would drop it.
You can't like hinge that.
Right, but you could pop it off, grab a piece, and slap it back on.
I don't like that.
But it's not as convenient, no.
No, I think that's the reason why.
Is that the only reason, though? I mean, it's a round pizza. I know what it is. It's so you can fit sauces in the corners.
But they haven't always put sauces in the corners.
Because they didn't.
They've been. So,
you don't know that?
I do know that.
No, you don't.
I worked at a Pizza Hut once.
No, you didn't.
You don't know that. They didn't know that until just now.
I just told you out on your lie that you never worked at Pizza Hut.
Crap. I think that's the reason why. Because you got to have an easy way to get the box open. We solved it, Todd. You're welcome.
Let's see what else we can find here. Out of the bats that you have hit thus far, do you and Gabe have any favorites or least favorites? I'm not answering that because that's like the hottest bat ever kind of thing.
So I haven't swung a ton of bats. I really like that double XL EST, the ASA one that we swung that day. That one was pretty nice, but I haven't swung a ton of the stuff.
I think what I might end up doing is like just for the time being, to like get people through halfway through the year, do like the three best, not particularly in order, but like the three best for this and the three best for that. Whether it be U-trip balance, U-trip inload, ASA balance, ASA inload. Just to give people an idea of what I would look for and what I would get in a bat.
Sure.
Without just completely selling out my top 5 list or whatever.
Right.
Like I did last year. I have something good in store, but I'm not going to exactly spoil that yet. So, let's moving on down through the line here. Andrew ripping on you there. Do you want to answer that or no?
The co-ed thing had been scheduled for like 2 months probably.
So, sorry. Andrew Barnes asked Gabe Randolph, why would you rather play co-ed than come take part?
Why'd you put my name out there like that? I'm on the witness protection list for a reason.
You're not. That's just like you used to work at Pizza Hut. What is it with you and these?
I could have. I could have.
David Gandalf.
Much better.
Why?
Continue.
Why would you? Here, David.
What's up, Rose? Teddy Roosevelt.
I can't.
I saw a shirt.
Yeah.
And it said Teddy Swoelsevelt.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, I need that in my life.
Get on YouTube and check out Bro Science Life. Great channel.
I need that. Or George Washington or Washingtons. I think so it was.
Teddy Swoelsevelt.
Yeah.
Is that the one you were talking about? There was another one too. I can't remember what it was. But anyway,
William Taft.
The guy sitting next to BP Hero in the podcast. Why would you rather play co-ed than come take part in beating next level at a men's tournament?
The co-ed thing had been scheduled for at least 2 months, probably. I'd say that's how long ago Tony posted that thing. The tournament in Columbia didn't become a thing until like a month ago, maybe at the absolute most. Yeah. So I'd already had plans.
Hashtag Carnage Athletics is no good.
I don't know what any of that means. So
hashtag drama. You guys didn't hear that.
Oh my God.
Todd Page asked a really good one here. If you try to fail and succeed, which have you done?
You failed.
But you succeeded.
Right, but your goal was to fail. It's like a math problem, but backwards.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, if you're trying, your goal is to fail, but then you succeeded.
But you failed the goal. You succeeded the goal.
No, you didn't succeed the goal because your goal was to fail and you didn't do that.
The goal was to fail to succeed. The goal is to succeed,
No. The goal is to fail.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. That and that got emptied, as well as a few of these. This is actually equating in my mind.
Hold on. Now you got me second. If you try to fail and succeed. So if you succeeded to fail, then you've achieved your goal.
But
if you're working this left to right, though, your goal is to fail, but then you ended up succeeding. So then you didn't.
But you won.
Right.
So you want to lose the game.
But then.
So you want to lose the game.
Yeah.
But you end up winning the game and advancing.
Right. So then you didn't succeed.
But you advanced. You won the game that you
right,
did.
but you didn't want to win it though. So then you didn't.
What if you didn't think you were going to win and you won? To be continued is a hot dog or sandwich. Timothy Gilbert, have you ever gamed a 30 ounce?
Yes.
Oh hell yes. Yeah.
You know what was the first 30-ounce bat you ever owned?
Oh man, you put me on the spot.
I remember mine and where I bought it from and everything.
Go ahead.
A Mikan MV3.
I remember that thing.
And I bought it for $150 from closeoutbats.com. And I thought that I was getting like the deal of the century. Like I really wanted a 28 ounce and they didn't have any. And so at the time, you and I weren't like friends or anything. So
we knew of it. We were
right.
teammates, but we weren't like friends.
So I asked Tony, I was like, you think I could swing a 30-ounce bat and get away with it? He's like, oh yeah, sure man. And so I was like, great, let's sign it up. And the only dude that really liked that bat was Jacob Bunton. And he raked with it.
I mean, Jacob Bunton raked with the broomstick.
He could, but man, like I remember we went and played League one time, and he just throttled people with it. Oh man.
I'm trying to think of legitimately the first 30-ounce bat that I ever owned, because
it would have been combat.
Right, when I was younger, I mean, dude, I ran through bats. It wasn't necessarily that I was breaking them as much as I was just wheeling and dealing bats.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you at one time I had over 15 30-ounce bats.
Hashtag bat rep before the war bat reps.
Right? But man, yeah, oh heck yeah, I've gamed a 30-ounce bat. I gamed a bunch of them. Never thought twice about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, well, I've got that 30-ounce food dog right now.
I was just getting ready to say.
Sorry, Mad Dog. The Canadian Mad Dog is what it is.
I went and gamed that earlier this year.
Right. I'm honestly debating moving that to the Freak Black because, again, hashtag bad horror problems. In getting something else coming or whatever else, and then gaming that Mad Dog when the Everest, if it ever bites the dust. We're at BP the other day and Tony hit one. It was still rising as it went out.
Oh yeah.
There at Salisbury on the baseball field.
Oh yeah, I believe every minute of that. Oh man.
So good. But yes, oh heck yes, I've gamed a 30-ounce bat. I wouldn't think twice about it. Heavy bats are legit. Dave, what are 26-ounce bats for?
Girls.
You could have said the birds. That would have been fine too.
Well, no, because anytime that I swing a 26-ounce bat, you're like, ooh, swinging girl bat. So no, I'm putting it out there now. Because the one time that I don't answer girl bats, he's gonna be like, wrong, it's a girl bat, and then he just shift.
Touche, good sir.
Hey, I told Chris Harmon a joke and he laughed this weekend.
Man, get out of here.
All right, so in one of the co-ed games, I walked us off. Like, we didn't necessarily need a home run, but I ended up hitting a home run and walked us off. So, wow, my back control really showed itself there. And so then I was struggling in the next game, and we needed one more run. We were up 14-5. And so I somehow pushed the ball into the outfield, and the runner from second scored. And so, like, I went and touched first base, and I was walking back to our dugout so we could go through the line. And I looked at the team, and I was like, I'm like a 5-speed. I'm clutch. And Chris Harmon looked at me and he goes, you're an idiot. And he started laughing. I looked at
whether he meant it or not, you got him to laugh at a joke.
I told Dane, I said I achieved my one goal today. I made Chris Harmon laugh.
And by no means is it that Chris Harmon is stuck up.
No.
It's just that, like, to get a rise like that out of him.
Man.
Yes.
It was so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to tell one now.
Okay.
Why don't we ever go to the bathroom with a Pokemon?
I don't know.
Because he'll try and Pikachu.
I knew it was going to be a Pikachu reference. Man, everybody knows that's Pikachu.
We're running out of card, bro. Okay, the Rock for Okay, so I had to go get a new card and get this finished up here. We've got one last question. Because this card is just about full too. So we've really got to scramble and get this done. The Rock for president.
No. Bad idea.
Why?
No, it's The Rock. Why? Here's one for you. Why would you want to have like a reality TV star become?
John Cena.
No, why would you want to have a reality TV star become president? What?
I got room for one last question.
That one?
Yeah.
Why won't you review Monster Bats?
Because